Okay, welcome back everyone. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and meet a couple more people. Right. So today, basically, I will go through some couple of tips. Okay, about my own experience using Microsoft PowerPoint. Yeah. Um, of course, my presentation is using Microsoft PowerPoint, but a lot of the concepts, logics is actually applicable to your Google Slides and other similar presentation tools as well. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do some live demo, and this will be the topics that I'm going to cover this morning. Okay, uh, so first of all, let's talk about how to structure your presentation. So in general, okay, a presentation or PowerPoint slides should have the basic four elements like this. Okay, you need to have a cover page. Cover page will be this one. Okay, so you have a title, you have a big title. Then normally what I will do is in my cover page, I will also add in some of the information. For example, who is a speaker, when the presentation is happening, and if it's a physical presentation outside somewhere, normally I'll put the location as well, so that in the future, when I want to refer back to my presentation slide, will be easier for me. Okay, so it should look something like this. Okay, then next you will move on to do your content page. Okay, content page is where you will start to put in your all kinds of presentation content. Okay, then sometimes if you have a more lengthy slides that you are going to present, you may want to do a sub cover page or subsection. Subsection will be something like this, for example. Okay, so that the audience or the one who are reading your slides, right, they will know how to follow through. So far, okay, following, yeah. Then at the end of the presentation, that's where you'll put a thank you page. Thank you page, normally we'll put the word thank you, then we'll put some contact information, so that those who are reading your slides or attending your presentation, if they are interested to find out more or they want to contact you, then at least they can easily get your contact information. Okay. So next, we are going to start creating a new presentation. Okay, so I'm going to start a new presentation. Everyone can see my screen. I'm using Microsoft PowerPoint, so I move to File, then I click on a new presentation. So basically, this is a blank presentations. Or else I can go to PowerPoint again. I go to File, I will click on New from Template. Then from here, template, you can actually choose all kinds of templates that's existingly available, or you can choose the templates that you have created for yourself. This is what I'm going to show you as well today, how to create your own template. Okay, so for now, we'll just start. Okay, I'll just take the most basic one. Okay. So this is a nicely done template default available in Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay. So far, okay. Anyone? Any questions? Okay, we still see a lot of people joining in. All right. So next, what I'm going to do is I'll show you how to modify or create your own templates using Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay. So again, I'll close this again. I'm going to make my slide bigger. All right. So just now we start a new PowerPoint slides. So I click on a new presentation. Then I create a new PowerPoint slides entirely empty. Okay. And you can see in PowerPoint, these are the things that we call layouts. because for different needs, right, you may need to use different layouts. So as you can see from my screen, this is the default layout from Microsoft PowerPoint. So for me, I don't feel like I really like this default layout because I felt there's a lot of wastage. There's a lot of empty space. So, and also I don't want to, every time I add a new slide, I have to go and edit this layout because it's could be quite annoying. Yeah. So what we can do is actually to edit this thing, we call it template. So to edit the template, you will go to design. No, sorry, not design. Let me see. To edit the template, we'll go to view. Okay. So you'll go to view, then you'll click on slide master. This icon, slide master. Okay, the fifth icon called slide master. So basically, this is like the template of the PowerPoint. Okay, so for example, so for those of you who are using the Google Slides, right, you can do similar things. Is actually here, let's say, is somewhere here. Okay, you go to view, then you go to master. Okay, so those using Google Slide, you will have something similar. It's under view, then you go to master. Okay, so for me, I'm going to switch back to my Microsoft PowerPoint. So for example, here, I don't like the empty space here. Okay, so I can directly edit it from this slide master. Okay, we call it slide master here means this is a template for the presentation slides. Okay, so as you can see here, I am now making my title up a bit and also making it narrower. Okay, so you will also may notice here there are different layout available here. So the biggest one, of course, this is a master template. Wherever you edit here, it will be propagated down to all the sub slides, in terms of the relevant components. So again, I'll do it here. I'm going to drag it. Then I'm going to make it smaller. And I'm going to do some formatting. For example, I'm going to change the fonts to the exabytes blue color. I'm going to bold it. So you may notice, right, when just now I'm editing the slide master, all the other layouts with the similar formatting, they will also change. Okay, so again, I'll repeat. Now I'm going to put some background color to my title, let's say. So I select this title of this first master slide. Then I'm going to fill up with some color, let's say yellow color. Okay, for this illustration, so that is more visible for those of you seeing my shared screens. Okay, so as you can see, all the slides, the title automatic populated with the same formatting. Okay, then next thing I'm going to do is, okay, for example, I'm going to make this bigger. This is a content part lah, okay, so that when I do my slides, then I don't have to keep on resizing it. Okay, I don't really like the yellow color, so let me reformat it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out with the exabyte blue, and because the background is blue, so the font I can't use blue anymore. I'm going to use white color, and okay, it's already bold. Okay, so this will look nicer and consistent to, let's say in this case, exabytes branding. Okay, so as you can see, the templates is populated. I can also go and format the other elements. For example, my page number. I want my page number to be in blue color font as well. So I selected my page number here on the what you call the bottom right. I format the color. I want to make my page number slightly bigger. Okay. All right. So once you are all done with editing the slides, you can actually quit it. Okay, so before I quit, the other thing you can also do is, for example, you can create your own additional layout here. So for instance, this would be my main presentation slides, the one we're looking at. Let's say I want to clone another layout so that I can modify a bit. For example, the one I clone, I want to make my content box smaller, okay? Then I want to add another sub column or another subsection here. Okay, I'm going to drag it. Then I'm going to pull it over. Okay, maximize it a little bit. Then I'm going to change a little bit the layout here. Okay, I'm going to add some color here. Something like this. Okay, so I can actually duplicate the layout and modify easily. Okay, so once I'm done with all this, I have to save it. So I'm go back to the slide master, then I will close it. Okay. Other thing you can do, of course, you can play around later on is you can include other additional placeholder. Okay, so because today limited of time, I'm going to move faster over here. Okay, I'm going to close it. So basically, my template is edited, right? So when I want to add new slides, now you can see it's coming out per the format I needed. Okay, so jumping back to the slide master, you will notice that there's also a couple of things. There's one called Handout Master, and also there's one called Notes Master. Handout Master is sometimes in presentation, you print out the notes, right? So that's where you can actually design the notes, because your notes could be in a different format. For example, one page to have 6 slides, okay? Or you want to turn it to 9 slides, etc. Okay, so today I'm not going to touch too much on that. Okay, so far any questions, everyone? All right, if no questions, then I'll continue to move on. Yeah. Okay, so now I have my slides with me. I believe everyone's still looking at my screen, my PowerPoint screen. Okay, so I'm going to add a new slide. Okay, I'm going to change it to this full page layout here. Okay, so Microsoft PowerPoint, they have these smart art features. Okay, so smart art basically is this icon, the one with the arrow. Okay, so there are 2 ways you can insert a smart art. One is in your default template. If you see a box like this, you can click on the icon. Then you'll have the different kind of smart art sets available. Or else you can insert a smart art. Okay, then you can choose what kind of smart arts you want to use. So this is normally very useful in our presentation. For example, you want to show some processes. Okay, you can choose a slide, the smart art you want. Then you can do the content. So for example here, okay, my screen is getting laggy. Okay, so you can edit it. So if you are using smart art, there are some other cool features. For example, can help you resize, or you want to add the content, you can also expand it here, right? You can add more if you want. For example, like this, okay? Then if you found that, okay, this is not the smart art you want, you can actually change. You just select the different layout. So long it's compatible, the content will change. I mean, the layout will change accordingly without losing your content, right? You can also change your color. For example, you choose the default color scheme. You go to change color and select, yeah. If you feel like you want to use your own color, you can also do that. So you select the shapes you want to change or modify the color. You go to your home screen. you can do your own formatting. Okay, so this is smart art. So far so good. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so the next thing is using quick styles. Okay, so I'm going to add a new slides using quick styles. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete the box. I'm going to, let's say I'm going to do my own layout. I'm going to draw a box here. So this is my default color. Okay, so this is my default color. So I can quickly change the styles or look and feel of this box by selecting the home screen. Then there's this quick styles button. Okay, I can change it to without any background color. I can change it to with a white border. I can also set to like a softer tone. I can also choose the one with some shadows. I can even do like transparent. Okay, so these are some of the quick format things that you can use, or over here we call it styles. Yeah, so let's say I'm going to change to a dark blue here. Okay, and I'm going to do my own slide layout here. So let's say this one. Okay, I'm going to change the styles to this one with shadow. Okay, then I'm going to call this thing as a highlight. Assuming I'm now doing my report presentations. So I'm going to call this highlights. And I'm going to call this lowlights. Okay, so I'm going to drag it to same size. So you notice on PowerPoint, right? When you do the dragging or resize, you will actually have this small red color arrow. I'm not sure you can see from the screen. You kind of like give me the alignments, yeah, so that I know exactly, okay, my size is identical to the other shapes available. Then you notice that my low light box, right, the font is smaller. I want it to be the same size as my green color box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the green color box here. I'm going to click on these format tools on the upper left. So that means I want to use this format. Then I'm going to paste it here. So it changed my low lights to the exact formatting as my highlight box, right? But again, I want to change it to low light color. Use orange. Okay. All right. Then this one, I'm going to move a lighter color. So for example, this box here, highlights, okay, I felt like I want to do some different styles. I want to have a border, then some outline, then I want the outline to be on a dotted line. So first of all, I can come here, I change to the outline to a bigger pixel, so that's more obvious. So for presentation purpose, I'm going to make it really, really obvious so that you can see clearly from the screen. Then I'm going to change the color. Okay. Then instead of solid line, I want to change to dotted line. So you can see here. All right, I'm going to clone this box. For example here. Okay. I'm going to clone few more box. Okay. So let's say I'm doing some chart or diagram. I want to show there are some relationship between the boxes. So what I can do is I'll go to shapes. I'm going to pick a line here, for example, an arrow line. So I'm going to connect my arrow. Again, I want to make the line wider, say 3 pt here. Then I want to change the line to a dotted line instead. Okay, so all this can be easily done. Let's say I felt I want a curved line, also that can be done. So I'll just choose a curved line from here. So notice when I want to draw my line, right, I move over to the box object here. There's a green color button here. So I'm going to click from the green color button. Then I'm going to link you to another object's green color button. So if I doing this, right, when I move the object, the line will actually follow me, right? If I didn't link it to the green color button, for example, I just draw a line. Then when I move the object, the line is not following, okay? So far so good. Okay, so by knowing how to use PowerPoint slides, right, sometimes you can use it to actually create a very simple basic graphics, right? Like myself, I don't know how to use Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator and all that. That's really too complicated for me. But sometimes I really need to do some quick graphic editing. So by knowing how to use Microsoft PowerPoint or some of the slides, that actually makes my life easier. Okay, so I hope everyone is still following. Next, I'm going to show you how to do screenshots, right? Because a lot of time when we do the slides, you need to use a lot of graphics, right? Okay, so I'm going to insert a new slide. Okay, so I'm going to need to find some picture. Okay, let's say for example, I'm going to do a slide on how to use PowerPoint. So I need to screenshot my PowerPoint. Okay, so for those of you who are using Mac, this is your shortcut key. I notice a lot of people actually don't know how to do screenshots in a very easy way. They will actually print screen and save it in the computers. They have to insert it as a photo. They have to edit it, right? So it's actually quite time consuming. For those of you using Windows, this is a shortcut key, right? Or you can go and Google a screenshot on Windows or screenshot on Mac. You'll be able to find the answer, okay? So right now I'm using my Mac here. So this would be my shortcut key. Okay, I'm going to jump back to my slide just now. So I'm now pressing Control, Command, Shift, and number 4. Okay, so you notice my cursor turn into like a cross. This is actually allowed me to select the area. Okay, I release. Basically, it's already screenshot. Then I just go to the content portion. I type Command V for Mac, which is paste. So as you can see, my screenshot is already there on my slide, right? So this is really, really easy, right? So for those of you attended my Fresh Sales CRM workshop, right, you'll notice actually I have a lot of screenshots. And how can I do that easily is by using the shortcut key. Yeah, I like this method because it's easy. I just quickly Control Command Shift number 4, select the area I need. Then I go to the area I want to put my photos or my screenshot, Control V, paste it, right? So it's already there. Okay, you can practice it. You can use the same shortcut key for other tools as well. It's not restricted to Microsoft PowerPoint. All right. So the other thing that I wanted to share, you may have already noticed just now when I'm pasting my screenshot, on the right hand side here, you have something called design ideas. It actually automatic help me, uh, you know, uh, it actually automatic suggest couple of layouts that might be suitable, right? So I can easily change the layout. Okay, so let me do another demo here. Okay, I'm going to my browser to look for some photos. Okay, and the images, okay, let's say I like this photo, I'm going to copy the image. I go back to PowerPoint, I Control V, I paste it. Okay, so as you can see, when I paste it, it automatically help me align the layout with some formatting applied. Immediately, it looks my slides very elegant. Okay, if I have more photos, no problems. I go back, take my second photo, go back to my PowerPoint. Uh, Before that, I need to undo this first. Okay, I paste a photo again. So as you see, automatic, you help me, propose a layout with suitable for two images, right? So it's actually very handy. Even can do a nice shape formatting like this or like this effect, right? So it makes your slide looks more professional. Okay, so hope you guys are still following. Next, I'm going to move into footer. Okay, so I'm going to create a new slide. No, actually, I don't have to do a new slide because a footer is applicable to all my slides here. Okay, so anyway, I'll go to insert, then I will go to footer. So there are a couple of things I can insert in my footer. So normally what we'll do is we would like to insert a slide number. Okay, so I click on the slide number icon, then I select slide number, then I click apply to all. So as you can see now, my slide number is automatically available here at the footer, right? And if you remember, those of you following my session since beginning, just now we did a little bit of formatting at the slide master there, formatting my slide numbers to make it bigger and also change the color to blue, as you can see here. Yeah, slide number is actually very important, especially for example, you are conducting a meeting or even you are doing a meeting remotely, right? Because with a proper slide number, that is easier for your audience to follow, especially they are not using your screen, right? You can say, okay, let's jump to slide number 5. We go to slide number 4, etc. Right? So slide number is very important. You can insert other things. For example, you want to add some text. Okay, so in that case, let me see. You can click on object. No, object is attachment. Okay. So for example here, you can say this is private and confidential. Right? So you can put this, but by doing this, this text box, it only, what do you call? The text box is only available in this particular slide, right? As I jump to other slide, this private and confidential messaging is not there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, let me see. Okay. At the footer side, now I'll type here private and confidential. Okay, I click apply to all. So now you can see all my slides have the word private and confidential. Okay, this is how the, we call it the placeholder here, how it works. All right, next, next I'm going to share with you how to do a reporting slide. Okay, so I'm sure you're all still looking at my screen, PowerPoint slide. Okay, so this is a typical slides. Okay, this is a typical reporting slide. Most people will do it this way. I did this as well. Then later on, I realized, okay, this is not a proper way. Yeah, the reason is that when we do reporting, if we just paste our Excel or our tables, for us it looks okay. Yeah, but for a lot of people who, not in our presentation that time, didn't listen to our explanation, they may not know what we want to elaborate in our report. Okay, so the better way to do a report would be which I'm going to show you. So of course, you are going to paste your nice Excel or your table or your chart over here. Then what you need to do is you need to add some narrative. Okay, so in this case, what we are going to do is I will make my data section smaller. Okay, roughly this size. Okay, I may apply styles. Okay, so in this case, you have some shadows. Then the next thing what I'm going to do is I need to add some narrative area. So for example, I'm going to make this a narrative area. So I'm going to draw a box first. Then I'm going to type something later on. So I'll make the color lighter. Okay. I think I want to make it even lighter. So I'll do a more transparent color. Then I'm going to add a couple of more boxes here. Okay. Then I'm going to duplicate it. Control C, copy, then Control V, paste. Okay, so I have 3 box. So now my 3 box are not really aligning nicely. So I'm going to select the 3 box. I'm going to click on arrange. I'm going to click on align. I'm going to click on distribute horizontally. Okay, oh sorry, I should move it here further. Okay, then I have the 3 box. Then I click arrange. Then I click align. I click distribute horizontally. So it helped me automatic balance off the 3 boxes. Okay, but again, it could be too much of an empty space, so you're going to resize it a little bit. Okay, so next what we'll do is we will create some pointer box here. So I just now I go to shapes. I selected a square. Sorry, I selected oval. Yeah, so I'm going to draw oval. So most of the time you draw oval, right? You know, it will turn into all kind of very weird shape. If you want to draw a nice circle oval shape, what you can do is press shift and control at the same time. Okay, shift and control, then you draw, it will be a very even circle shape. Okay, so I'm going to turn that into another style. So I'm going to use this one, but I'm going to change it to red color. Then I'm going to make it smaller. Again, when you do the resize, you can press shift and control if you are using Mac, so that the oval shape remains a circle shape. Okay, so I'm going to do a numbering here. In this case, I'll call it 1. So this is normally what we will do. So we'll create a number box like this. So for areas that we want to do a special mention, for example, I need to explain why January item 1, the number is 87. So I'm going to do the number 1 here. I paste it here. Then I'm going to duplicate another number 1. Then I'm going to put in my comment box. Okay. Then I start typing. Item 1, January is 87 because of This is where my report explanation comes in. Okay. But notice the color is not nice because it's not clear. It's white color. So I'm going to change it to a darker blue. Then I'm going to do alignment. I'm going to do formatting, and I'm going to change the font size. Okay. Then I'm going to do the alignment as well to top. Right. So this is how it looks like. So you repeat the same process. You repeat the same process. Okay. You repeat the same process for your other pointer box. For example, Control C, Control V. So I want to explain why the number is 3899 here. Right. So I'll put number 2. Then I will move my number 2 comment box here. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing a couple more times. Let's say I want to explain why this month the number is lower. So this will be my comment number 3. Control C, Control V. Okay, this will be my comment number 3. Then I'm going to do my comment number 4 as well. Okay. Now move my comment box somewhere I want to do the narrative. Okay, so as you can see, this would actually end up will be clearer as a report slide. You have your data, you have your chart, you have your graph to show and support what you want to present or report. Then at the same time, you actually put all these numbering pointers with your comments and narrative, so that it really looks clearer. Okay, this is where you are going to put all your comments, your explanation, etc. in your reports. Okay. Uh, okay. So for example, here I'll have a lot of comment. In this case, I just copy and paste. I'm going to copy and paste. Okay. Right. Then let's say, okay, this is a layout that you want. It's done. For me, I make it even lighter so that the font is even more visible. Then if I'm happy with this layout, I can actually click on the format, then apply the formatting to my other boxes. Right. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to add an outline. Okay, so my box style will have an outline. Okay. So this is how it looks like. Let me see. Okay, so for example, right, it can look something like this. You have a screenshot, then you actually have your numberings to show what this means, right, etc. Okay, so I'm going to move on with my next slide. Okay, so after you've done all your slide, right, that's where you'll come to a point you need to do your presentation. Okay, so in Microsoft PowerPoint, you actually have you will click, you actually have this presenter icon, right? It's actually appeared on the lower right hand side. There's a small slideshow icon. Okay, so you click on the slideshow icon, then you turn the whole screen into your presentation screen. Okay, so escape, then you're going back. Else you can go to this slideshow tab, then you can click on the various function that's available here. You can play from start, you can play from your existing slide, you can also switch between the view. For example, if you're connecting to a projector, right, you can actually set up this presenter view. That means as a presenter, what you see from your screen versus what the audience seeing can be different. For example, the audience will be seeing a full screen, but as a presenter, you are seeing the screen that with notes and also your upcoming slides. Okay, so for instance here, this is my presenter view. I hope you guys still can look at my screen. So this is a presenter view, right? So it will show this is a bigger one, is my existing slide. Then, the smaller box is actually my next slide. Then at the bottom is a thumbnail of all my other slides. If I did put notes, right, then this is where the notes will appear. Okay, because sometimes you have too many things you want to cover, you're afraid you miss a certain point. That's where you put some notes here. Okay. All right, I hope you guys still following. So let's say you want to add notes to your slides, right? You'll notice here at the bottom, right? This is where you can put your notes. Right? That's where you put your notes. Okay, so when you go to your presenter view, that's where the notes will appear here. Okay, so this will help to remind yourself what are some of the key points. All right. Okay, next 5 more minutes, we are going to end our training. So next thing is you need to know how to use your, we call it presenter here, or pointer. 1 second, make it small. Okay. Before I talk about clicker, I think there are a couple of important things to take note lah. Okay. So for slides, make sure the font size is not too small. So this is what I would recommend. Yeah. For title, the size ideally would be 40 or even bigger. So in this case, the one you are looking at, the one in the blue color background, the size is 40. Of course, you can make it bigger or smaller, depends on how long or how short the title is. So in this case, it's 40. Then the content, you can do 20 or 24. So right now, we are using 24, okay, because it's not a lot of lengthy content. So 24 is still okay. Then the comments will be 10 to 11, 10 to 12. Comment will be like this, for example. Oh, this is a small item, right? This is a narrative box. So this one I will use either 10 or 12, depends on how much of contents I have. Okay. But if you are doing a public presentation, that means you are going to show it on the stage, right? I won't recommend you to put content and use a very small font. It's not recommended because you'll be end up is too small. Okay, but if you are doing a regular meeting slides where you print out the handout or the screen is actually nearer to you, the presentation screen is nearer to you, then the comment box with a size of 10 or 12 as a font size, that one is still okay. Then the next thing to take note, this is happens so frequently, is about the video, right? Sometimes the presenter, they wanted to show video, so they inserted videos in the slides, or they may actually even save the video as a separate movie files, right? But they never test the video. So when it comes up to their turn and when they want to play the video, the common problem is the video, there's no sound, right? Because they connect to HDMI only, and HDMI, some projector, they do have built-in speaker, but the sound quality is too low. Okay, so when they play the video, actually you can see the animation, but you cannot hear properly. So a proper way is either they have a really good HDMI equipment, or else normally they will put in a plug-in audio jack. So the audio jack will directly connect to the speaker. So with that, the video quality will be way better, right? So highly recommend if you are doing any presentation in the future, please do go early and test your slide, or else you have to send over your slide to the organizer and remind them to test your video is working. Okay. Then the last thing is you must know how to use a clicker. Clicker is over here, the one showing on the screen, right? Normally it's very straightforward. You just press left and right, right? You like how you manage your mouse, right? You press right, then you continue to navigate to the next slide. The big button in the center, that one is actually a laser pointer, right? Sometimes you want to highlight certain things, so that's where you press your laser pointer. All right, so with that, now is 8:59. I've done my sharing for today. Any questions? Any questions? Maybe we can take one or two Q&A. Anyone want to ask anything? Okay, I hope you guys are still with me. Actually, it's quite weird talking myself to the screen, although I know there are like 77 participants. Yes, I got record my whole presentation here. Yes, I actually done a new 2020 version of master slide for exabytes, so that in the future everyone can use the same layout. View back means what? Is it to play back the recording? If yes, then yeah, the session is recorded, so we can share. All right, okay. I feel now I'm like a DJ, doing a live radio station broadcasting and looking at my Facebook with all the fans' comments. Okay, my hotline is 04000. You can call in. All right, with that, if no questions, thank you everyone. But the advice is really go and try it out yourself, either using Google Slide or using PowerPoint. Go play around with it. Then only you'll get familiar, right? My PowerPoint skill is after my 20 years of experience doing presentation and slides. Yeah. So I highly encourage and recommend everyone to go and try it. Go try it out. Then you'll know better how to use Microsoft PowerPoint or your Google Slide. So with that, thank you. Hope you guys are doing okay, working from home. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay hygiene, and see you again.